Hi everyone, my name's Daniel and today we'll be talking about artificial intelligence. More specifically, we'll talk through the different types of artificial intelligence, with a focus on generative AI, and we will look at how you can use generative AI to develop custom learning plans for students. So if we look at this first diagram here on the left, I'll just put some highlighter there. There are lots of different things that fall under the umbrella of AI. So we have machine learning, where we use algorithms that are trained on past data to make predictions about new data. So maybe you have a data set with some chemical compositions and rock types, and you use this to predict the probability of oil or gas being present somewhere. We have deep learning, where computer scientists develop systems that act as human brains, with lines of code serving as neurons, carrying information from one layer to the next. And generative AI is sort of based on deep learning. And what we have is essentially systems that have been trained on vast amounts of data. They've been exposed to books, podcasts, radio shows, films, audio recordings, and they use all of the information they've been exposed to generate new content. Now, this content could be text, it could be pictures, it could be audio, it could be code, it could be anything. And the real power of these systems is the fact that it essentially gives you access to a teaching assistant that's been to every university and studied every course and can access that information in a matter of milliseconds. So if we come to our example student profile here, imagine we have a student. His name's Alex Johnson. He's in year 10. We've got some information about him and we want to develop a learning plan for him specifically. So if we come to our generative AI system, this is called ChatGPT. It's the most accessible, the most user-friendly system available today. You can use it for free. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to write any code. All you need to do is make an account with your email address and you can start using it right now. The interface is very user-friendly. It's like a chatbot. You type in your message, hit enter, and it will respond. You can speak to it like a person as well. So in the interest of saving time, I've written out the input message already. So I've told it that I'm a tutor and I want to develop a custom learning plan for my student. I've specified I want the lesson to be 1 hour long and I want it to cover the forces topic on the AQA GCSE physics specification. I've then pasted in the profile for Alex Johnson, and the key here is that the more information you give the system to start with, the better your output is going to be. So if we hit enter, and it'll take a few seconds to write out the plan. So in the meantime, you can use these systems for not just lesson plans. You can ask it to sort of write homework for you. You can, anything that requires sort of a written output, you can ask it to do, and it'll do it very quickly. So here we have a lesson plan for Alex. It links to his, so here we can see they've linked the space exploration to his interests. We've also got the visual aids as well. You know, we've specified he gets distracted sometimes, so we've got some nice visual aids too. We've, it does match the specification, as this system does have access to data up until 2022, so nothing to worry about there in terms of sort of comprehensiveness. We've also got a link to the sort of, we specified he wants to get better at algebra, so we've got some algebra based stuff here as well. And one of the good things about this system is that you can interact with it like it's a person. So if I say, okay, now can you do a similar plan covering, maybe if we say the waves topic from the GCSE physics specification for Alex. If we do that, we can get another plan based on to cover waves for Alex as well. This will be based on the same profile, so you can interact with the system and assume that it knows what it's just said to you. So you don't need to repaste his profile every single time. You can do it once at the top and you'd have to do it again after. And here we have another lesson plan for Alex. If we just give it a quick look, it looks good. I'm just trying to check that they've mentioned the algebra, because if they haven't, we can then ask it to do. Okay, so I don't think they've mentioned algebra here, but because we can interact with the system, we can say, can you adjust that plan to include some algebra? And it will adjust the plan to integrate some algebra into the lesson, just to demonstrate sort of how interactive the system is. Like, you can speak to it as if it's a person, and it'll write the lesson plan for you. So here we've got we've got an adjusted lesson plan, and they've introduced some algebra here, so that's met the specification. So this has been a sort of brief introduction of how you can use generative AI to create lesson plans, and the key is use it to assist your lesson planning, because you'll know your student better than this system will. So use the AI to give you a plan, like an initial plan, and then use your knowledge of the student to fully tailor it after. So I hope this has been interesting and it's made sense, and there is a lot of possibilities for what you can use AI for, so the sooner we get working with it, the better.